Mr. Ming Tian of PanMedic, who has formulated a hypothesis regarding the superoxides and the free radicals. And this may be a window into viewing how the sonotron works. Some doctors have postulated that the sonotron, since it uses radio frequency energy, is very similar to an RF diathermy device. But we know that this is not the case, because RF diathermy uses very short frequencies of 27 megahertz, 27 million cycles, so that's microwave energy, and they use it at 500 watts of power. What it does is it creates deep heat in the tissue with radio frequency. The sonotron uses very long wave, 430,000 hertz versus 27 million hertz. Also, it has only 8 watts of power versus 500 watts of power. So we know that the theory that this is a heat therapy is not correct, because we are not developing deep heat with the sonotron. It's only applied for a few minutes and at very low wattages and very long wave. So it's not the correct hypothesis that this is like RF diathermy. Other doctors have postulated that it could be working like ultrasound, but again, ultrasound diathermy uses sound to create deep heat. The only indication that we had of a physiological change that was analyzed in our clinical studies was in the horse study that was conducted by the University of Cincinnati, where they tested the synovial fluid in the joints of horses that were treated versus the joints that were not treated. And in those joints, they found a marked reduction, a lowering of the collagen protein levels on the joints that were treated. So this tells us that since collagen protein is related to inflammation, that the sonotron can stimulate the body to have a physiological change by reducing the collagen protein in those joints. So the hypothesis came up that the sonotron triggers the body to reduce collagen protein levels in sites of inflammation, and that's how you have reduction in pain and increase in the range of motion. That would not explain why the sonotron works on carpal tunnel syndrome, because there is no synovial fluid reductions in carpal tunnel syndrome. That's a change in nerve conduction velocities in the nerves. So therefore, that hypothesis does not answer all of the questions of sonotron. In the diabetic sore area, the comments regarding collagen protein would have no application at all, but certainly the free radical hypothesis would. Same thing in the pain area. In soft tissue, muscles, and cartilage and tendons, there is no synovial fluid, so perhaps that's why the free radical hypothesis makes more sense in those areas.